you're looking at a picture of the MBA website. It says your future starts here, but for some people the future is a little scary, particularly when it comes to the entrance exam. We've got Melissa Korn here to tell us all about this. A new graduate management admissions test goes into effect tomorrow, and some people were so scared that they were racing to get there before the deadline, right?
Yes, some were cramming. They're studying into days or weeks instead of what usually takes months. I had one person who took the test after being involved in a very serious motorcycle accident while still on painkillers just because he really didn't want to have to study for the new section.
From what I know about painkillers after a motorcycle accident, and I've had a motorcycle accident, you don't want to be doing tests.
No.
But anyway, good luck to it. We have, now part of it is these new type of questions, 12 new questions going into the test. What are they? What sort of things are they? They're called what?
So it's called integrated reasoning, and the whole point of it is to have more complicated, more involved questions.
And that's one of them. That's one of them. And it says, I mean, I'll read part of it, not all of it, because it's complicated. It says, refer to the pictogram. That's the circles and the little graphics there. Pictogram of a survey of students at a central community college. Each symbol represents 10 students in a sample of 300. And then it says, use the drop-down menus to complete each statement. And you got to complete the statements and stuff. Now, these are pretty tricky, right? We're not going to try and answer this here, but they're pretty tricky.
Yes, they are. They're tricky, and that's the point of them. They're supposed to see if an applicant could handle the coursework in business school, which more and more involves complicated data and graphs and analysis, and actually combining all of that in the same problems, which you have in the real world.
Which you do have in the real world. What I remember about business school, and I was at University of Virginia Business School, and we had a lot of data, but there was always too much data. So when you first went into class at the beginning of the first year, you would sort of try and analyze all the data, and by the time you got to the end of the second year, you would usually discard 94% of it and just say, oh, that's all rubbish. I'll just do this little calculation here. Is that part of what's going on here?
Absolutely. You need to be able to know what's the important information, what's the not important information, how to differentiate, and how then to use the important information to answer these questions. So they're not easy. They take a lot of time. They're, it's 12 questions, and I believe it's a half hour. So you do the math. Each question takes a fair bit of time.
Yeah, if you get through all 12, indeed, because it's computer adaptive, right? Well, we have another. The Venn diagram apparently is one of the easy ones. Let's have a look at it. Oh, you see, that just looks terrifying. This, I mean, did you even read the question on this?
I've read the questions, my eyes start to glaze over, and there's a reason I'm not going to business school.
Yeah, so. this basically is a history of the Earth in geological periods, and it just looks really terrifying. I'm glad I did the GMAT before these were out. Do you think people will stop wanting to go to business school, or does it really matter?
I don't think it'll make a difference. I think people, application volume has been declining for two-year MBA programs the last few years, but there's still significant interest in business programs. People will continue to take the GMAT.
So how did the guy who was on the painkillers do? Do we know the answer yet? Did he do well?
He did very well.
Oh, he did? So maybe
did.
painkillers is the way to go.